What's going on, guys? Craig 1287 here, bringing you yet another commentary. This obviously recorded after the gameplay, not a live commentary, but couple things that I'm wanting to do with this video here. Talk about some upcoming things that I want to do with this channel. And this is just because recently I released a video to Pixel Enemy and they uploaded it, and it's netted me a couple, more than a couple subscribers, and just pretty excited about that. I definitely look forward to getting more games released onto Pixel Enemy, but with those new subscribers, it has brought me up to the 300 subscriber total mark, so that's pretty good news for me. Definitely excited about that. So that's why I'm going to be doing this video. I'll be talking about the gameplay just a little bit in some spots here and there, but mostly, again, just talking about some of the things that I want to do with this channel, some of the series. I'm actually going to finally try to get some series going. Mostly it's been just live commentaries, showing you guys, teamwork, communication, and overall weapon skill with a diversity of weapons. Obviously, through my channel, I don't have M16A3 footage. I don't have M416. I mean, I do have them, but it's not the primary focus of my channel. I like to show the diversity of weapons. I like to show them where they excel, how you can use them, when they're taken out of their comfort zone. I recently had a M5K rush round where we were the defenders, and I was playing real aggressive with it, got behind enemy lines, and on rush, it's not as close quarters as, say, close quarters. So it was taking it out of its comfort zone, and I did pretty darn well with that. So, I just like to show you guys, situations that I'm in, and, I assume a lot of other viewers might be in or have been in. So, and how to, overcome those situations. And, but like I said, I want to start bringing in some new series and things of that sort. I got 3 ideas so far. I'm trying not to copy other people. I subscribe to a lot of guys on YouTube, specifically for Battlefield 3 purposes, and I might, draw influences from some of the stuff that they do just unconsciously, but I'm pretty sure, none of these things have been done by them exactly, or maybe not the way that I'll be doing. I don't really know. You guys can tell me in the comments if I'm copying anybody. Obviously, I don't want to be, claiming it as my own, but also I'd be interested to see how they do it, and maybe I can adapt, improve it, and twist it to my own, how I'm going to be doing it. So my first idea is what you're seeing right here. This is actually this one video has got 2 rounds in it. So I was thinking about calling this, just back-to-back, or back-to-back rounds. I don't know. Names for it come afterwards, but basically it'll be, obviously specifically for Rush. I mean, I could do it with Conquest, but just the simple switching of the sides in Conquest is not too drastic of a change from one round to the other. But in Rush, there's obviously striking differences between attackers and defenders. Not only do you change, sides physically on the map, but your objective changes. Oh, and this right here, I'm repairing this, and this guy just hops into it. He just spawned, and I just saw him running towards it. I didn't think he'd actually be a dick and take it, but he does, so I decided not to repair it. He's still disabled, and so I'm assuming he'll hop out once he realizes what's going on. And there you go, see, he hops out. But back to what I was saying, the back-to-back round, it'll be with Rush. And so right now, and I gave a little details at the start, saying that this is round 1. This is us as defenders. Showed you what my weapon layout was, because like I said, I like to show diversity of weapons, and so each round it'll be a different weapon. I pretty much change my weapon every round, every other round at least. I don't really use the same weapon over the whole course of a night or anything of that sort. So I'll give you guys details on what the weapon is and the attachments that are on it, and basically just kind of edit down. Obviously, combining 2 rounds to get a video that's not that long, it's pretty tough. And it's also kind of dependent that on defenders that we stop them pretty quick. Actually, in this one, they get through to I think this is the last MCOM that we get them to, which is actually the second set. So, but you know, it's pretty tough for me to do the editing down to that because I really do like to show as much of the gameplay without editing stuff away. I don't want it to turn into a montage. I really want you guys to see just skill over time and not just those few segments where I do really well. And so yeah, and after this round ends, you know, you'll all have the score shown at the end, but then it'll jump right into the very next round, in this case, which the second round we are attackers, and just kind of showing you, you know, differences in play style specifically due to what side you're on, and just things of that sort. Obviously here I'm trying to be a little more defensive since I'm on defense, but how does that really, you know, translate into the gameplay itself, visually, how you guys can see it, you know, how we adapt to different situations based on whether we're the attackers or whether we're the defenders. So that's one of the things that I want to do, back-to-back rounds, just doing that with Rush, and yeah, if you guys think that that's a pretty interesting thing, and again, if someone's already done that, definitely tell me. I don't want to be stealing any ideas, but okay, so the next idea I want to do, I don't know, this just kind of randomly popped in my head. I was watching some video on YouTube, one of the guys that I subscribe to, might have been something with a level cap. I think they were just talking about, you know, flavor of the month type of weapons and people being you know, hipsters. And at first I thought they were talking about people that only hip fire. I don't know, that just kind of briefly popped into my head, and then I realized, you know, what they were really talking about with hipsters, the people that, you know, do the things that are uncommon, just, you know, so that they're not, you know, just like every other man trying to fit in and be cool with everybody. They're being hipsters. But that just kind of, it stuck with me. It resonated with me. Just a series that focuses on showing weapons that just simply excel with hip fire. I think that would be kind of interesting, and the main focus, you see here we just finished that round, so here's a score, and then cutting into the next round. But yeah, back to hipster guns. I'm figuring that's what I would simply call it, hipster guns. I don't know, again, naming the series is kind of the least important thing for me. But oh, I misspelled Cobra Sight there. Oh, bummer. But so yeah, again, like, it would focus on weapons that excel with hip firing. I mean, obviously this is Battlefield. It's not always the biggest thing to do hip firing. A lot of it's long range gameplay. So one of the requirements for me in that video would be I could never aim down sight, and for me that would be very tough. I'm a big ADS fan. I like the increased accuracy, but of course, you know, there's some negatives to it. You're a slower moving person, but I don't know. I just think that would be kind of interesting. Right now you guys see me using the QBZ95B, I believe is what it is. All those QBZ ones are, yeah, there it is, QBZ95B. And this weapon, I mean, I've got the laser sight on it, which obviously increases its hip fire, but even then, you know, without the laser sight, look how accurate that is. It's almost, those crosshairs are almost as small as the MP7s. And of course, you know, PDWs, they would be one of the main showcases of the series. But look at that, I'm just hip firing at a somewhat, that's definitely medium range. I wouldn't say that would be close exactly. I don't know, maybe it was just the suppression effects that I was under, you know, as to why I wasn't able to take out that next guy. But so yeah, hipster guns, I don't know, throwing it out in the air. It might be an interesting series to show, and I'd try to steer clear of close quarters, or maybe I should focus on close quarters to show what the guns that are meant for close quarters can do when you never aim down sight. Or maybe I should, again, try to take the weapons out of their comfort zone and show how only hip firing, even in Conquest or a large rush match, throw it on armored kill maps. And just, I don't know, just trying to switch things up and really get a hold of things in situations that they're not exactly meant for. Trying to, I don't know, it's kind of like doing research, I guess. So yeah, that's hipster guns. Yeah, guess throw that on the back burner. Not too sure about that one. Now, on my channel, obviously, if you guys have been following me for a while, I don't do a lot of montages. In fact, pretty sure I don't have a single montage. I've tried making a few with my very limited software that I have available to me, but I really just I don't think their quality is quite there. So I don't really bother to upload them. I've I don't know. It's just something that maybe I'm just not in the mindset. I don't know. I'm not too big with montages, so I guess that's why I'm not too good at making the montage. I've got plenty of good footage. I don't know. Edits and all that, the cool transitions, syncing it up with the music. I'm just not too proficient with that. I guess maybe if I work at it a bit, I'll get there. Especially if I had the software, something like Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere, After Effects, one of those. But so I was thinking, how could I try to get some montages? And I was thinking maybe 1 minute montages. I'm sure someone out there has done something like this, but it would be interesting. I wouldn't have to do too much editing. I wouldn't have to do too much of a song to try to sync it up to and to get it that really cinematic look. So it would probably be 3, maybe 4 at most clips in one, and just kind of use slow-mo, slow it down a bit, and it would actually not just be for cinematic purposes, but I've actually looked at a lot of my gameplay and done it in slow-mo when I'm doing editing and making the commentaries and whatnot. I'll just slow it down in certain action sequences just to actually see how I really react. Like a scene like this right now, there's a lot of twitching going on, and it's just so interesting how watching this, when I'm actually playing it, it doesn't seem like it's that twitchy. It just seems much more natural. But now watching it, and that was just pure chaotic. I threw a nade down. I got so pissed. Everybody ran out of there. There was 4 or 5 dudes, and they all scampered off right before my nade goes off. But it really is interesting to watch your own gameplays back, because while you're playing, you hear the sounds of footsteps, of gunfire, of enemy callouts and friendly callouts, and you're constantly peeking down at your mini map and whatnot. But then when you watch it back, you're not really paying attention to all that, because you're staying alive in game is not dependent upon that much attention to detail. So you notice different things, and it's so I don't know. Maybe doing those little 1 minute montages, I think that would be pretty interesting. You guys seeing things when they're slowed down a bit. I only record in 30 frames per second because YouTube only renders and displays video at 30 frames per second. So there's really just no reason for me to, increase the size of my files, the recording file, if YouTube doesn't do it. But if I do some slow-mo stuff, I might increase the frame rate capture, or I'll just keep recording at 30 and just slow it down by just half, or maybe keep it at 75% speed, something like that, and just really show off the cinematic gameplay, and then also for just kind of trying to analyze it a bit. I think that would be pretty interesting. 1 minute, 1 minute montages. I don't know. Maybe it's just because that's all I really think I can churn out for a montage. I've seen some pretty epic montages by people like Mongol FPS, and this part right here was pretty chaotic. These guys were up there, and there were just so many guns going off, friendly and enemy, that I couldn't really tell where I should be looking. But I throw this nade to try to get them to jump off, which they in fact do. I got 2 of them to jump down, or I guess just 1 right here. And eventually the 2 of them jumped down. Yeah, right there. But moving back on to point. 1 minute montages, don't expect anything like Mongol FPS's montages, or anything that's been on Pixel Enemy, but I think it has potential. So definitely, guys, leave me some comments. And look at that freaking spawn immunity. I try to get away. I see that guy's looking the other way, but someone ends up picking me off. Sad day. So yeah, leave me some comments and about how this guy right here is floating in the air. He was running on nothing. That really threw me off. But leave me some comments what you guys think about those 3 things: the back-to-back rounds, hipster guns, 1 minute montage, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to see. And now is my turn to just simply thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. For those guys that comment on my videos and tell me just what they like, what they expect, what they want to see, things like that. Thank you so much. And those, especially those new subscribers that I just got from from getting my video uploaded onto Pixel Enemy. Welcome to my channel, and just seriously give me some advice on what you want to see. I'm just glad you guys have subscribed, and it really does mean a lot. I am putting, even though I'm not doing mass amounts of editing, I am putting some time into these videos, so it's really nice to see that my channel is growing. So yeah, again, thanks everybody for subscribing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Ta-ta.